My first encounter with football was in 1996 during the Olympics, Atlanta. I remember I was asleep and it was the game in Nigeria against Brazil. I just kept hearing noises and I was wondering what was going on. Why is everybody not sleeping? So I came out, I saw my dad, it was a full house with his friends watching a game, and I was surprised because these people live in different places and they are all here together at this time of the hour watching football. What could be so important, you know? And I joined them, watched the extra time of the game. That was when Nigeria was coming back, and then we scored the golden goal. And celebration was too much, you know. What could give these old men this much joy? You know, it must be a very beautiful game.
Be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be.
My name is Tobi Olubiyi. I'm a football coach. I'm also a university graduate of building technology from Covenant University. I remember in 2010, I had my first opportunity through Omar Katugba. Gave me an opportunity to be on his program on radio. I think Soccer Zone was what it was called. We used to hold it then in Echo FM. You know, that was my first opportunity on radio. From then on, I made a couple of TV appearances here and there, a couple of other radio programs as well, and just talking football basically. That was my passion and my strength. It wasn't something that was paid for. You know, people don't pay you to do it, especially in this part of the world. You know, no matter how good you are at it, you know, only a few platforms will pay you to come and make an appearance and talk about football games. So we're doing it for free. You know. Sometimes after talking, you have to walk, say 1 hour or more journey back home, you know, just to save up money. When I finished school, you know, went for service, came back, and I felt I wanted to do more. You know, I wanted to know more about football. I wanted to be more. So I tried to look for coaching seminars I could attend where I learned, you know, one or two things. It wasn't enough still. I wanted more, so I was able to save up. I went for my first foreign coaching training, which was the English FE Level 1, is what it's called. I went for that at Middlesex Football Association in Middlesex. So that was when I had my first experience at the UEFA coaching pathway. So after that, then I went for my UFAC again, a few years later, for my UFAC, but that was in Kent this time, Kent Football Station. So that was where my UEFA coaching pathway started. Inside the British boats. That's where we train the kids. Saturday morning. Lovely weather, it's lovely atmosphere. I'm sure the kids will be excited about the weather today. No rain. Yeah, Mr. Football Academy is just an academy to train and develop school kids. Basically, it is designed to accommodate the school calendar with football. We've designed it in a way that we don't want football training to affect the curriculum of the average school child. So we have our sessions on Saturdays between the hours of 8 and say 11:30. So we have different age groups as well that we work with. We have a team of fantastic coaches that we work with that help us to develop these young kids, and we are seeing a lot of improvement, a lot of development in the way they play. We try to help them develop majorly technically because our philosophy at Maidstone is to ensure that technically all our kids are very, very good. So we're trying to emphasize on that even more than the physical aspect of the game. So we believe that as they develop technically, the physical aspect will come up by itself as they keep working hard. But technically, we ensure that all our sessions, all our drills are carried out with the ball. And we also ensure that the kids train with the ball that is appropriate to their ages. So we have the kids that train with size 3 balls, we have those that train with size 4, and then those that train with size 5. So to help them develop technically so that they can execute different things that is expected of them during the game.
Fast one! Fast one! Well done, bravo!
To coach them, you have to be part of them. You have to act like kids, you have to be patient enough, you have to love them, not even as your friend, as your best friend. Because the way you communicate with them matters most a lot. Their understanding, their attitude, you have to know about it very well. Because you have to teach them the basic of the game, how to control movement of the ball.
If you want to start going to school now, you start from the primary school, then that's where you build. So you have to choose kids because we want them to start from the scratch. So when they get to that top level, it will just be there, everything will be perfect. The basic, everything will be there for them. So you know they are born footballers, not just someone who just picked up his boots at one age, which is not. So that's why you choose kids.
We in Maidstone Academy, we have kids that have enrolled from age 5, and we have those that are up to age 16 in the academy, and we try to divide them now into 2 sections. We have the under 9s and we have the under 15s, the under 16s. The under 9s, they're from age 9 below. Those ones are coached separately, and then we have the under 16s up to under 10s. Those ones are also coached separately because we feel that if we have them grouped this way, their development is going to be easier, because you don't expect a 5-year-old child to be practicing with a 16-year-old child.
Ability to contain or control those kids. You have to be part and parcel of them. You have to act like a kid also, so that you'll be able to get their attention. It's not easy. The way you communicate with them is different from the way you communicate with people that are older than them. So you give them the basic, and basic of football is ability to control the ball, passing, and some other little things they need to learn about.
Make sure you are passing the ball to your teammates. Who is that? Can I call for a ball?
It's really important to train them this early. The earlier they start, the better for them. What we're trying to do at Maidstone is to introduce kids to organized football at a very early age, so that it can give them the confidence, to be able to handle the sports better. Because when they don't start early, that's what leads to age cheats, and people start to reduce age so that they can make up for those years that they've missed. I have a lot of dreams, aspirations for the football academy. Presently, we are just in Ibadan, in Jericho. In the short term, I hope we can open another center in another location, still in Ibadan, and then subsequently we can have other centers in other places in the town. Then we'll look at the state as a whole. Can we have other centers in other locations in the state? It's a very big state, so your state is huge, and part of what we're trying to work on is also to get partnership with schools, with colleges abroad in different countries, whether in America, whether in Europe, whether in Dubai, where our best talent can be taken on scholarship basis. Maybe our best under 10 can be taken into high school on scholarship based on their football ability, or maybe the ones that are finishing secondary school can be taken on scholarship into university or into college. That's part of what we're looking at. And Milestone is definitely not the end for me. Milestone is part of the journey. Like I said earlier, I'm still developing myself. I'm still looking at developing my coaching pathway. I'm looking at attaining my FRB, then the A, and then the Pro ultimately. I also have certifications in video analysis. I have qualifications in scouting. So I'm as long as it's football, I can fit in different fields. You know, I have qualification in IPSO. I also do match analysis. I can use Longo Match video analysis software, you know, to analyze and code games. You know, so I can fit in different ways, not only as a coach, not only as a head coach. No, I'm open to the opportunities, whether with the national team, whether with Premier League clubs, whether outside the country, whether with football academies. You know, as long as the offer is good and the condition is good, I'm open for it.